Space. The final frontier, a realm of infinite possibilities and unimaginable risks. Today, humanity's ambitions in space seem boundless. With missions to Mars, space tourism, and orbiting space stations, the successes of space agencies like NASA, ESA, and private companies such as SpaceX are a testament to decades of progress. But behind these achievements lie stories of extraordinary bravery, sacrifice, and sometimes tragedy. Among these stories is that of Vladimir Komarov, a cosmonaut whose life and death shaped the course of space exploration. Vladimir Mikhailovich Komarov was born on March 16, 1927 in Moscow, Russia. Growing up in a humble family, he displayed a sharp intellect and a deep interest in aviation from an early age. His journey into the cosmos began as a young boy, with dreams of flying. Komarov trained as an aircraft engineer and test pilot, joining the Soviet Air Force in the 1940s. He quickly earned a reputation for his skill and determination, eventually becoming one of the USSR's elite cosmonauts in the early 1960s. Komarov first made history in 1964 when he commanded the Voskhod 1 mission, becoming the first person to fly into space aboard a spacecraft carrying multiple crew members. This was a groundbreaking achievement for the Soviet Union, marking their continued dominance in the early space race. After this mission, Komarov was recognized as one of the most experienced cosmonauts in the Soviet program. He was selected once again to push the boundaries of human exploration, this time as the commander of the ambitious Soyuz 1 mission. Soyuz 1 was a space mission. By 1967, the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union was at its peak. The Soyuz 1 mission was intended to showcase the USSR's technological superiority, but the spacecraft had serious design flaws. Engineers identified nearly 200 issues before the launch, ranging from parachute malfunctions to electrical problems. Despite these warnings, political pressure forced the mission to proceed. On April 23, 1967, Vladimir Komarov launched aboard Soyuz 1, becoming the first person to fly into space for a second time. His mission was to test the new Soyuz spacecraft and lay the groundwork for future lunar missions. However, from the very start, things went wrong. One of the spacecraft's solar panels failed to deploy, causing a power shortage. Communication systems began to malfunction, making it difficult for Komarov to stay in touch with mission control. Navigational problems soon followed, turning the mission into a struggle for survival. Despite the dire circumstances, Komarov remained composed. He fought to stabilize the spacecraft, demonstrating incredible courage and professionalism under immense pressure. As the situation worsened, the decision was made to bring him back to Earth. Tragically, during re-entry, the spacecraft's main parachute failed to deploy properly, and the reserve chute became tangled. Soyuz 1 plummeted to the ground at over 40 meters per second, crashing in the Orenburg region of Russia. The aftermath of the crash was devastating. When rescue teams arrived at the site, they found the charred remains of the spacecraft. The impact had been so catastrophic that very little of Soyuz 1 was left intact. Among the wreckage, Komarov's body was barely recognizable. What remained of him, a scorched lump of flesh, was placed in a ceremonial coffin for a state funeral. Despite the tragedy, the Soviet government held a public display of his remains, presenting him as a hero who had made the ultimate sacrifice for the advancement of science and space exploration. Komarov was posthumously awarded the Order of Lenin and the title Hero of the Soviet Union, the highest honors in the USSR. Komarov's death was not in vain. His sacrifice forced the Soviet space program to confront its shortcomings. The Soyuz spacecraft underwent extensive redesigns, and stricter safety protocols were implemented to prevent future tragedies. These changes laid the foundation for many of the successes that followed, including the missions to the Mir space station and the International Space Station. Vladimir Komarov's legacy is one of courage and resilience. He was a pioneer, a man who pushed the boundaries of what was possible, even in the face of immense danger. His story reminds us of the thin line between triumph and tragedy in the quest for discovery. Today, as we marvel at the achievements of space exploration, let us remember the sacrifices of those who paved the way. Komarov's life and death are a somber reminder of the human cost of exploration. He was more than a cosmonaut. He was a hero who gave his life in humanity's journey to the stars. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.